Thanks for joining me here. There's a story about a fisherman, and he goes out early each morning, catches a few fish, and then he comes home. And he spends his afternoons with his family. He's taking naps, laughing with his friends, just thoroughly enjoying his life. And then one day, a businessman sees him and says, "Why aren't you fishing longer? You could catch more, you could make more money, and you could use that to buy bigger boats, build a company." And the fisherman, he's listening politely and he asks, "Well, then what?" And the businessman says, "Well, for one thing, one day you could sell your business, you could retire, relax, and enjoy your life." And the fisherman pauses a moment and says, "But that's what I'm doing now." And what's always stuck with me about that story is really just how easy it is to forget to ask ourselves whether the path we're on is actually taking us somewhere that we want to go. We've stopped checking in with our own compass because someone else out there sounded more confident. And a lot of us didn't start out disconnected from ourselves. Over time, we learned it and we learned to override what felt right because it wasn't optimized. We learned to ignore our intuition because someone else's plan out there looked smarter or it appeared easier or maybe more profitable. And then slowly, money stopped being support for our lives and instead became something we were constantly trying to figure out. Now, consider with me also the story of the goose that laid the golden egg. Every day, the goose laid one golden egg, consistently, reliably, every day. But instead of trusting in that rhythm, the farmer that had the goose, he got nervous. He wanted all the gold at once. So he gets an idea. He cuts the goose open only to find out that it was just a normal goose, losing the very source of the abundance that he depended upon. Now, to me, that story, it's not a warning about greed. I hear it more of a story about what happens when fear replaces trust. And we do this with money all the time. We push harder when something is already working, and we seem to want to force decisions instead of listening. We sacrifice the very part of ourselves, our intuition, our sense of enough, and our relationship with our lives that was creating the sustainability in the first place. And then we kind of wonder why we feel stressed and anxious and tight and just exhausted and disconnected. Now, this is why I talk about money as a mirror. The places where money feels tense or confusing, they're often the places where we stop trusting ourselves. We don't need to extract more. We don't need to optimize more or become someone new. We just need to come back into relationship with our own intuition about how to use our own money. And when you feel safe enough to trust your own rhythm again, money decisions, they stop feeling like pressure and they start feeling like choices that you can stand behind. You don't have to want less or even do more. That's not what this is about. I'm asking you to just listen and remember who you were before fear told you not to. Now, in the next video, the quick start guide, I'm going to walk you through how to go through each of the episodes of the videos and give you some tips and pointers how to find the resources and just walk you through the interface so you can get a quick start into this journey of removing yourself from the fear of money, removing yourself from anxiety, and moving toward listening to that intuition, making those decisions from your heart. Lead with your heart and not your fear.